My name is Kelton Hayes. I am a accounting and finance major. I'm a fifth-year senior, and I play center on the football team.
Awesome. So how'd you find Henderson State?
Played football in high school. Grew up in Louisiana, so I'd never heard of Henderson. I'd never heard of Reddy. But being a smaller lineman, I knew I wasn't going to go anywhere big, so I was going to just try to go and play football at a Division III school back home. My coach had a connection to Henderson State, and he got me a spot up here, and I jumped at the chance.
Who was your coach?
His name was Coach Martin, Coach Shane Martin.
And then in college, in high school, what was your mascot so that we all know?
We were the Gina Giants. It was just funny because I was the biggest guy on my high school team at a huge 5'11", 245.
Awesome.
So.
Did you excel in high school?
Yeah. I think I was a big fish in a little pond, like most guys that come to college. Me and our fullback here, Justin Bradford, we went to high school together, and we were the big dogs on the field. We were the guys that everybody thought was just monsters. And now you come to college and you're put in proportion a little bit. I'm really a smaller guy. But I'd say it was big fish in a little pond.
Cool. I'm just now starting to get to know Coach Maxwell a little bit here, a little bit there, and I've only been down to the field house a couple times. Mm-hmm. Every time I walk in, very professional. All the coaches are very cordial. Mm-hmm. Stop and ask if I need help. Is this a pretty good atmosphere down there?
He's a very professional man. There's two different sides of being a coach. There's being the coach with your players, and there's being a coach in the environment. And I think the coaches down there are very good at balancing that because our coaches are hard on us. They're very hard on us. There's something that it's like you don't get a dime without pressure. But they push us because they know we can be good. So it is a good environment, I think.
So it is possible that we may record this today. It'll go up on iTunes later, and then 10, 20 years down the road, somebody may listen to it. Mm-hmm. What can you say about last year's season? What was special about it?
Last year's season, what was so special about last year's season, it was a surprise. It really was, because we came off a season where we were lucky to go 6-4 2 years ago in 2011. We were lucky to beat the teams we did. We were extremely lucky just to have that kind of success. So, and as a young guy, I didn't play a lot that year. I might have played 25% of the snaps. So we had a lot of new guys. We had 4 new starting offensive linemen. We had a quarterback who had really just gotten a starting job. Our hot spot was our running back. And if you look at our offense last year, you might not even remember. We might not even remember we ran the ball. Because we were a high flying, throwing the ball offense. So really, it was a surprise that we came out and we that first game won by 40 some odd points, and we caught ourselves looking around like we got something special going on. And from then on,
you knew from the first game that it kind of mixed and gelled early.
Yeah, it was, and like I said, it was shocking to come out because we knew that our first opponent was not just they were not a national champion. But we knew that they could beat us. And once we beat them by 40-something points, we kind of caught ourselves looking around at the games like, we've got something going on here. So let's keep rolling with it.
And it was pretty awesome. We went to the playoffs.
Yeah, it was cool. I've never been to the playoffs. My entire football career, I've never played a football game. I never played in a playoff football game until last year. So it was a pretty cool, definitely never been in the second round of playoff, any kind of playoff. Yeah. So it was a pretty cool situation.
I have 2 children, son and daughter. My wife teaches here on campus. She's a Reddy as well. And it just brought so much pride to so many Reddys to just your accomplishments. And that those really extend off the field. We're just really proud of your accomplishments. You did great things, definitely. Tell us a little bit about what a Reddy is. You said you didn't, at one time, had no idea what a Reddy was. If you're not from this area, to those that don't know, let them know.
Reddy it's me, it's everybody else on the field, it's every student here. We are Reddys. We don't need a mascot. We're our own mascot. I feel like the students here embody what it is to be Henderson State Reddy. So when you look around, people asking you don't have a mascot, you don't have this, a tiger, a bear, a lion. Just look at me, look at the other students on campus. We're Reddys.
Awesome. Yeah, I agree, 100%. Tell us a little bit what you do in your off time. What does Kelton like to do when he's back class?
I'm very involved with our Baptist Collegiate Ministry on campus. I'm on the teaching team there. Very involved there on the Disciple Makers team. I'm very involved in the accounting and the business department here on campus. I'm in Alpha Kappa Psi. So between the business school and between the BCM, that's kind of where most of my time. If I'm not in one of those places, I'm down at the field house.
Yes, and right before we got started, I was just mentioning that that's where I actually met you the first time. Was at a summer camp.
Yes, sir.
At a Christian camp. Was that Silent Springs, maybe?
Yes, sir. Camp Siloam. I worked there. I actually came to know Jesus Christ as my Lord and Savior in November of 2010.
Yeah.
And that following summer, I began working at Camp Siloam, which is an Arkansas Baptist Assembly camp.
And you don't spend very much time there, right? I mean, you just commit a small amount of time to Silent Springs, or is it like the whole summer?
Well, it was the whole summer. And in the grand scheme of things, that summer's pretty short, but the amount of work that you put in, it feels like you've been working there for 10 years. But it was a great ordeal. Really grew in my relationship with Christ when I was there. It was an awesome opportunity to get to share the gospel with over the past 2 summers, over 9,000 kids, and just really get poured into by older believers.
You probably don't remember this, but after the playoff game, I was on the field, and there was a bunch of people out there, and I just walked up and asked if I could get a picture with you, and I said, "Hey, I really enjoyed the game. Great game." Do you remember what you said?
No, I don't. I remember the situation, but I don't remember what I said.
You said, "Can't wait to show back up on Monday to start working for next year." And I was just like, "Wow, what an incredible attitude is that?" I mean, you were so fired up about the situation, and that Monday you were still fired up about coming back to work and start planning for this year. Does this year look like it's going to be a pretty good year so far?
I hope so. Last year it hurt getting beat like that on our home field in front of our fans. Our fans are, I think, the best fans in the nation on the D2 level, because they thought we could walk through fire, walk through walls, nothing could stop us, and they still had a lot of faith in us after that game. So it hurt to lose that game, but I knew that what we had coming back this next year, which is probably like 80% of our starters, only losing 2 starters on offense, I knew that we had a great chance to get the ball rolling right off the bat. And we had a lot of guys between 4 returning starters on the offensive line, 3 returning receivers, our quarterback returning. We all wanted to win. We all knew what it was like to win, and we knew that we could do it again. So we knew that we weren't going to take off until Christmas and then come back in the spring. We wanted to start working then.
Awesome. It really did inspire me as well, just even as a fan. It's like, wow, what a great player. And that's the type of, if I was a coach, I'd be the type of guy I'd want to coach. So kudos on you. Tell me a little bit about your major and what you want to do when you get out of here. I'm
an accounting and finance major. I'll be graduating in May, and I'm going to get my CPA after I graduate. I'm actually going in to have an interview with JPMS Cox, which is an accounting firm in Little Rock, next week. So, hoping to...
Does that mean I can send you my W-2s next year?
Oh, for sure, yeah.
Awesome.
I'm probably going to be an auditor, but I'll get your W-2s to somebody who can take care of them.
And how can we support you as Ready?
Man, the biggest way to support is just continual change of culture of Henderson State, and I think that goes from the students to the president to the alumni. When I first got here, Henderson State was a very bland, really a dead campus. Nobody really cared about athletics. Nobody really even there was no real support for students, and man, the culture has just changed over the last 5 years, just about tenfold.
Awesome.
And I think that has a lot to do with just the support, one from alumni and from our staff here, that has just grown from people between President Jones and former athletic director Kel Gober, and just their attention to detail and their progressive mentality. Well, as an alum, I'm glad that you're here, Kelton. I appreciate you so much, and thanks for coming in for the interview. Thank you. Appreciate it. Have a good day. Yes, sir. Cool to see you.